You are tuned in to Revolution Radio, Windsor's finest variety radio station. And you can join us at St. Clair College's Mediaplex every week for comedy, culture, news, and entertainment. Enjoy some R&R with Revolution Radio. The revolution starts now.
Good morning, Windsor. You're listening to Revolution Radio. I'm your host, Chris Dom, here with
Joseph Bedard.
It closed sooner than expected. The Diageo plant in Amherstburg has shut its doors early, leaving some blindsided. The plant was expected to close in February, but has since ceased operation a week early. According to Unifor Local 200 President John D'Angelo, he said that he was not impressed. He said, quote, "I can tell you, I'm very flustered about this, and I'm very sad to see that site go away, and that community and the impact it'll have on those members." The company listed its property at 110 St. Arnaud Street for sale at the end of 2025.
A 63-year-old has been charged after hitting a police cruiser and fleeing the scene. Around 10 a.m. on February 26th, an unoccupied police cruiser was hit in the 300 block of Glengarry Avenue while police were attending a call. Officers determined the driver of a red sedan hopped the sidewalk, nearly hitting a pedestrian before colliding with the cruiser. Surveillance video helped identify the suspect. Officers later found the suspect's damaged vehicle in the 900 block of Olette Avenue. He has since been charged with dangerous operation of a motor vehicle.
A weapons-related call led to a police chase by Essex OPP on February 26th. Officers responded to a weapons call on Aloha Drive. Officers encountered a white Ram pickup and black Dodge Challenger and briefly pursued and attempted to stop them. Police said the vehicles failed to stop and ultimately collided with one another at Tecumseh Road and Lesbronce Road, leaving the Challenger immobilized. The Ram left the scene and headed towards Windsor. Police terminated the pursuit for public safety reasons. The occupants inside the Challenger were arrested. The occupants of the Ram are still being sought after. If anyone has any information or has video footage, they are asked to contact Ontario Provincial Police at 1-888-310-1122.
Front Road in LaSalle will be seeing more lane restrictions as of Monday, March 9th. The town of LaSalle posted on social media declaring upcoming weather predictions have forced the project to be pushed back a week. The lane restrictions will affect Front Road from Lafferty to Boismore Avenue. The closures will be due to the reconstruction of new storm sewer and outlets, 2 new pump stations, and road repairs. Businesses along the closed section of the road will remain open, but are subject to temporary closures as construction continues. The project is expected to last a minimum of 2 months, with additional work near Ream Road to begin in mid-March.
On Thursday, Netflix announced it was stepping away from its bid to acquire Warner Brothers. Discovery after Paramount Skydance increased its offer to $31 per share. The Warner Brothers Discovery Board said that Paramount's proposal was stronger than its existing agreement with Netflix, noting that Paramount has agreed to cover the $2.8 billion breakup fee Warner would have owed. Following the news, Netflix shares jumped in extended trading, while Warner Brothers Discovery stock also saw gains.
Spring has sprung for now. Currently, it is 7 degrees with sunshine. Now, your 3-day weather forecast. Saturday, expect cloudy skies and a high of 0 degrees. Sunday, a chance for flurries and a high of -2. And for Monday, it'll be 3 degrees with periods of rain. That's been a look at your 3-day weather forecast. It honestly doesn't seem like spring.
The revolution starts now.
Joe had a little car crash out earlier after many fan requests.
Hello, everyone. My name's Joseph Bedard, and this is Car Crash Out, a segment where I'm forced into the booth to talk about cars and get upset later on, and just yell a bunch, mainly about cars and issues people have and questions and concerns, maintenance tips, and the lot. So let's see how this goes. Today, I'm going to talk about people that ask for car advice and don't take it. So for the people that don't know, I am relatively well-versed in cars and maintenance and just different types of good ones, bad ones, and everything else. I give advice when people ask for it just because why not? However, there have been several times where people come up to me, specifically friends, I will not name names, you know who you are, where they come up to me and say, "Hey Joe, so I need a new car, and I was looking at this one." Let's give an example, Chrysler 300 will say, "I like this car," and I will go, "Well, it's a very nice looking car, especially if it has the Hemi engine, however, it might not be the best because they're known to be very problematic. You don't have sports car money, you should probably go for something more reliable that is cheaper." "Oh, okay. And they'll walk away, they'll come back, and they'll be like, "Okay, what about this one?" And then I say, "Friend, That is the exact same car you just showed me. And they'll say, yeah, but the grill's nice. The grill? Okay, that grill's gonna look real nice when it's off the car over to the side because you're repairing something for the 18th time. No, yeah, go for the grill. So they're like, okay, that's fair. What about this one? This is a Ford Focus Automatic. Do you like clutch replacements? Well, I mean, no. How expensive are those? Probably about $3,000, but it looks kind of fast. Oh my goodness. Why do you ask me for advice if you're not going to take it or listen to it? I do not understand. Some people will say, hey, Joe, my car's making this noise. Is it a problem? I will say, yes, let's fix that. Let's look into it. Okay, look into it. Spend 45 minutes doing car maintenance for my friend here, trying to figure out exactly what the problem is. I've given them 3 options to figure out what the problem is, and they'll say, by the way, I'm going to install these lights on my car, these aftermarket lights that have nothing to do with the sound and don't matter at all. Why did you call me here? You have a catastrophic failure problem, but you're installing emergency lights because they look cool? They call me to ask for advice and then they don't follow it. And then they continue to ask for advice and they don't follow it. And then when I stop giving advice, I'm the problem. I'm the one. It's me. And then, when inevitably something goes wrong from something, I told them, yo, fix this as soon as you can. I'm the one who has to fix the worst problem now, because they don't know how to do it. That's not my fault. This has been Joseph Bedard with Car Crash Out for Revolution Radio. Zach's back with all things weird. Take it away, Zach.
The passion that you have for cars is unlike anything I've ever seen. Anyway, it's time to get weird. Time for weird news. A sanitation worker making his rounds in Ohio got an unexpected surprise when he opened a trash can and found a man hiding inside. Haven't we all been there at some point? Dash camera video posted by the Huber Heights Police Department on its Facebook page shows the worker rolling the bin toward a garbage truck, lifting the lid, and quickly staggering back before pointing toward the container as officers pulled up. The man was taken into custody without injury, police said. Full of embarrassment, probably, but no injury. From Ohio to you-know-where, it's time for Florida Man. A man from Palm Beach County was arrested in an organized retail fraud scheme at multiple Target locations spanning from Orlando to Miami. Florida's Attorney General announced on Thursday. The suspect would go to self-checkouts and would only pay for the seasoning packets. He would then sell the trading cards on eBay, officials said. Attorney General James Otheimer said Keith Wallace, 39, of Palm Beach, was charged with 2 counts of felony organized retail theft, 3 counts of felony detailing and stolen property, and 1 count of felony money laundering. That's the weirdness for this week, and now time for your dad joke of the week. What do you call a line of men waiting to get haircuts? A barbecue. I'm Zachary Ballack. You cannot make this stuff up.
The Revolution Roundtable gathered to discuss movie remakes, the good, the bad, and the untouchable.
Hello, everyone. This is Revolution Radio panel. I'm Joseph Bedard here with
Chris.
Brianna.
Zach.
And then me. And today we're going to be talking about movie remakes, specifically just like which ones should be remade, which ones should never be touched, which one was your favorite, and movie remakes in general. So let's get started. Chris, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Movie remakes, as we were just talking about. Which one do you think should never have been remade at all?
Quick answer, Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm a huge Nightmare on Elm Street fan, and when I saw the remake, I actually got yelled at in the theater because I kept screaming, "That's not the story!" Because they changed it. They completely changed the story, and Freddy, apparently they wanted to make the new Freddy look like an actual burn victim. So watching that was just... And Jackie Earle Haley is no Robert Englund. Like, if anybody was into the Nightmare on Elm Street series, Robert Englund was brilliant in that role. They should have brought him back. Maybe that would have made it. But it was also so bad that Rooney Mara, who was in the movie, almost quit acting because she had such a miserable time making this movie.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, it steered so far from the original story that it just was... There was no purpose in doing it at all. Period.
I get you. No,
Yeah.
that's fair.
I've seen that one, and nothing compares to the original.
And 2, CGI. They had in 1984 tangible effects that they literally like built rooms that spun upside down. And I don't know if it's just a me thing, but sometimes CGI takes me out of it because it looks too fake.
I understand.
And
I appreciate the movies that actually still do real life effects.
yeah, agreed.
Practical effects, yeah.
Yeah.
Practical effects are always better. That's what, like, a lot of, like, quickly going to Avengers, a lot of people say that specifically with the Iron Man suit. In the original Iron Man, it looked fantastic because it was like not a real functioning suit, but it was a costume rather than just CGI. So, Bri, back to movie remakes. Which one do you think should never be touched ever? A remake that you could see a studio being like, grab it, but you would be like, don't you dare.
I'm looking at you, Disney. Don't you dare touch Rapunzel. That movie is brilliant. Flynn Rider, Rapunzel, that entire movie, unless you're putting Cher in the role of Mother Gothel and Amanda Seinfeld as Rapunzel, do not touch. Even if you do not touch. That movie is a classic. I grew up watching it. It's my favorite movie. It's beautiful. The songs are amazing. Mandy Moore is a wonderful voice actress. Don't touch it. They're already in the process of touching every other movie they get their grubby little hands on.
That's very fair.
Also, let's not fail to mention Back to the Future. Don't touch Back to the Future. Please do not touch Back to the Future. Very well done film with Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. Do not touch it.
If somebody ever puts their hands on the Princess Bride, I will set fire to the rain.
That's very fair. I mean, a lot of movies that should never be touched.
Let's just
100%.
not touch the live actions at all.
I agree.
Exactly.
Zach,
Yes.
what is your favorite remake that's ever been done? We talked about ones that were bad and ones that should never be touched. Which one would you think was done the best?
One that comes to mind, I'm going to jump into the horror genre here, and I'm going to say Friday the 13th. In 2009, when they remade it, they took parts of the previous film series and made it all into one. So it's kind of like a retelling of the story from the time the mom gets beheaded to Jason with the potato bag on his head, and when he eventually found the mask, the infamous hockey mask. So I think that one was a really well done one. If I'm going to say something about one that should not have been redone, and I've been thinking about this for a while, I Know What You Did Last Summer. I don't think that one should have been touched. I mean, I know what they were kind of going for, the story, but it was kind of limiting because if you were a fan of the original, odds are you're going to like that one.
That's valid.
Can I just jump in? Another horror one. Halloween was really well done when Rob Zombie took over.
Oh, definitely.
Like,
I
it
enjoyed
told
it.
a deeper story, and I liked that they dove into the background of Michael Myers as opposed to just this guy in a mask. Not to say that the original was great, but I just thought that the new era of it by Rob Zombie was really well done.
Definitely enjoyable.
Before we go, I'm gonna throw a hot take out here, and I want to see what people think about it. How do you guys feel about Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory compared to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Hot take. I never watched the original Willy Wonka. I've seen clips of it, but it's not that appealing to me. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, grew up with it. I had one of those little portable DVD players with the small screen. Loved it. Maybe not the best movie. What's his name? Johnny Depp does a really interesting performance. A great take on the character.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The whole time I'm watching that with Johnny Depp's performance, I'm thinking this man has issues. Like, this man is somebody who's been locked away for far too long.
But isn't that the vibe they're
Yeah,
going for? Because he's been
in his factory
the
all
whole
alone.
time.
See, and I get that. I like the original, but I don't know if that's just because that's
Tim
what I
Burton.
grew up on. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of the remake.
Valid.
Or the Willy Wonka one. I don't know if we're calling it a remake or if they...
No, I think it's like a retelling. But
Yeah.
I would consider a remake as well because it takes a lot of aspects of the original.
Yes.
movie.
I got 35 minutes into it and I turned it off.
Crazy.
So I'm going to leave it at that.
That's
I
fair.
will watch it again, even if it's not that great.
I've been Joseph Bedard here with.
Chris Dom.
Brandon Miles.
Zachary Balog.
Thank you for tuning into this Revolution Radio panel about remakes on movies, and we will see you in the next one. That's it for us today. Thank you for tuning in to Revolution Radio, the only R&R that's less relaxing and far more informative. We hope to see you again next week. I'm Joseph Bedard.
And I'm Chris Dom.
Have a safe weekend, everyone.
Thank you for joining us at Revolution Radio. This show would not be possible without our talented cast and crew. Owen Kohut, Kelly Scheffler, Natalie Reinhardt, Joseph Bedard, Zachary Balog, Haley Trelo, Brianna Miles, Teresa Jaworski, Otis Redding, and Tony Tavaleri. Check us out at Revolution Radio Windsor on Substack, YouTube, and TikTok.